Ladies and gents, welcome back to Starlight. This is Marcian, or Such Paradoxon, and we're back again once at a very familiar place, but with slightly different powers this time. So, we are going to go through the area in creative/spectator, or the area, the entire map, and then just look at things, and I will give my thoughts and such on the map. We'll see if we can find any hidden interesting things that were left behind in map development and such. So yeah, so let's just get right into it without further ado. And it put me back in survival. Good. Right, and there. Okay, so first area, Mellowstone Valley. Right. By the way, for those wondering, I did have another separate map that I used to make thumbnails, which was in creative. This is a separate addition to that, because I did have to make some changes in specific areas. Like for example, in the thumbnail for the temple area, I had to dig up and block off like a waterfall so that the temple would have no water flowing in from it. But yeah, I digress. Okay, so this was the starter area. For a starter area, I thought it was fantastic. Like design wise, I love how this looks, like the mushroom block and then the sandstone. I think it mixes very well. It wasn't a very tough area. Again, it's the first area obviously, so it can't be that very tough, but altogether I think it was very well designed. Although I was just being stupid on the part that I thought that you could jump down here and this was a separate thing, but no, it just goes around. I think these ladders kind of screwed me over, but it does make sense now that I think of it, that if you fall down by accident then you can climb back up on the ladder, so it does make complete sense in the long run, honestly. I do want to check if there's stuff, because I checked this waterfall. I think, is there really nothing here that would be hidden around here? I guess not, although, oh, okay, hello. Oh, so this is all the stuff that was left behind, right. So I assume we can assume that we will see these at every single area as well. All the loot that was supposed to be given out. Again, this is just the common map maker practice. There is nothing really spectacular about here, but I guess we can look at all the other ones as well as we keep going through. So yeah, White Wool was pretty good. Where is the dungeon? Dungeon should be... Am I blind? Is the dungeon not around here somewhere? Where is it? Where is it? Am I stupid? Also, let me just give myself some night vision as well. Effect, Such Paradoxon, Minecraft, night vision for a long time. There. Nah, here it is. Here it is, here it is, here it is. Yeah, again, first wool, so short dungeon, makes sense. Nothing fancy, nothing spectacular. Although I did miss this chest, I think. No, it isn't. It's the symbiote offhand item. Never mind. Oh, hang on. What is this, though? This is something new. Weird? Maybe... I did find this chest. I remember finding this because I did climb up here, but I never checked under it. This is weird. Maybe this was like left out as a side branch or a side area or a side cavern for like resources maybe or something, but it was left out here and never implemented. That's weird, but kind of neat at the same time. So yeah, I have nothing really else to add to the Y area. It was a good starting zone, nothing too difficult, looked pretty good, looked pretty as well. So yeah, so let's move forward to the connecting area. Yeah, here, just before the intersection. Again, not much here to give. I like the design shift from the sandstony, mushroomy to the normal like stone. Is it andesite? Yeah, it's andesite and cobblestone and all that. It looks pretty good. Is there anything up here perchance? No. Okay. And then you reach intersection 1. Now, out of the 4 intersections, I think this is my favorite, because this is the one that, like, 4 is probably your like casual, normal looking like base intersection. 3 is very unique because it's got like that weird feel to it where you can go around with the mine carts, and it's also like divided into 2 separate sections, because the first area, the outbreak, is just on its own, and then you have to take an extra railway cart to get to the other half of intersection 3, so that's pretty neat. 2 also looks pretty cool because it's got like a unique design with the radioactive shit spitting out, but just because it looks very organic and very pretty with all the leaves around the side and the statue in the middle, I think it's my favorite intersection of the bunch. And I like this little side, can you even call this a dungeon where you get your first shulker box? Although I do wish this was a little bit longer maybe, and maybe a tiny bit more difficult, like a sand trap or 2 would have not been that evil of a thing altogether. But regardless, hello, what is this? You are desecrating this tomb, shame on you. Oh, now this is what I want to see. I want to find stuff like this. Things like this I love. Just little hidden things that people might not find on their first way through. Right, so let's head into the Starlight Grotto first, if I can find that. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so Starlight Grotto. It's a pretty cool looking monument area. This mechanic, I want to talk about this mechanic. Again, I do understand why this was here, so that the anvils would not be available. I still kind of wish that the anvils existed, because with them different balancing, then it maybe would have been possible to have anvils in. But seeing as how items are in, and you could get an anvil early on if you make like zombie farms. There's like that zombie farm before intersection 2 where it's 2 of them next to each other. If you make one by it, then you could get iron pretty early on. Plus, once you get to the Cliff Monastery, then you get the iron from the iron golems. Again, I assume that the reason why those were there is because they already had the mechanic implemented that they're not going to have anvils and they're going to have this instead. So it makes sense that they would give out stuff that you could use to make iron with. But then that brings out the issue, I think, in my opinion, is that a lot of resources given out in this map, like the iron ore, the diamonds later down the line and all that, it's just not used at all. Like, I don't think I ever used those diamonds that I found, ever. I had no reason to mine them out because you just had so much enchanted stuff and other equipment you find loot-wise that you can use instead of that. So it's kind of a two-edged blade, I guess, in that sense, but doesn't mean it's a bad mechanic that you could repair your stuff like this. I thought it was pretty neat and pretty cool. But I do sort of still wish that you could use anvils to combine some stuff, but I totally understand why they didn't go for that. Yeah, monument area looks cool. Now, one thing I'm curious to see if we can find anything about this here. So I did find this in my playthrough as well. We used to have a different plan for black. And then again, when I first asked Simon about this, he said that they used to have a version of this area, but it was corrupted. And then you would have to get to the monument again in like a corrupted... Hello, what is this? Maybe come out of the tunnel here when typing from black, or from typing from black. Yeah, again, here's another one of these things left and not implemented after changing things about black wool. These things I love, finding these remnants of different things and all that. That's pretty cool. Right. Yeah, I did find this. Yeah, I remember finding that. It's the Headhunter monument. Oh. Yeah, I also found this. What does this say? Welcome to Beacon Town, you cheater. Right. So where was I? Yeah, I wonder if we find something about this, like maybe an area remnant of some sorts, or like a plan of where it was supposed to be but just unfinished and unimplemented. We'll see. Yeah, this bow, I'm sad that we lost that because we fell down and died. Other than that, pretty nice looking monument area. I do wish that these houses on the side had some extra like utility to them, but there's only one that doesn't have anything in it, so it's not that big a deal, I guess. So yeah, Starlight Grotto. Okay, next up on the list, because if we spend so much time talking about anything, this is going to be like an hour and a half long video. Volcanic Passageway by Cat Productions. And I forgot to say, yeah, it was by Dream. Right. I'm going to say who made each area, so don't disrespect anyone. Obviously, you have to go with the meme that Orange Wool is a lava themed area, as per usual. It's just an unwritten rule of any CTM. And what is this trap supposed to be? How does this... hang on a second. So it lock you in, but how does it trigger? Does it trigger from the chest? Hang on, we gotta test this out. Give me a second. Doesn't trigger from this. Oh, if you break the okay, that's interesting. If you break the furnace, then it goes like that. Weird. Okay. So obviously Orange Wool has to go with the theme of lava and fire, as it always does. And it actually gives you a very big danger, because you could fall into lava here and wipe, which again early on could be a big disaster. But design wise, it's cool looking, but again, no offense to Cat Productions, because again I still think it looks cool. It's just nothing spectacular, honestly. And again, don't take this in the wrong sense of the word. It's still pretty nice looking, and I still like the idea of this area, especially the volcano bit at the end there. But it's just your normal... I don't know, I think there was an area like this in another CTM map as well that looked very similar to this, with like these kind of blocks and all that. I'm just gonna shut up about it. I don't mean to take a shot on the area at all, so don't get the wrong sense of the meaning and all that. But I still think it's a good area. It's just, it really didn't, it's not that memorable. That's what I meant to say. But still, that doesn't mean it's a bad area. It's just normal, I guess. So yeah, you go through here. Did I get this? I did get this, and then there's the wool box. Yeah, okay. Pretty straightforward. Again, pretty short as we're still early on in the map, so the areas can't be that long. So yeah. And Orange Wool done. Let's fly back, and then let's go to probably my favorite area of intersection 1, and probably very high up on altogether favorite areas of the map. What was this called? I already forgot. Alderso Castle, yeah, that was it. Made by Z and help from Resolved Terror. Yeah, I don't think any of the minecarts were ever trapped, but I was extremely suspicious of every single one of them throughout the entire playthrough. Even after I think Per said that none of them were trapped, I still didn't take them at first, only a bit later. Also, I never saw that there were ice here on the side here. That's kind of cool. Right, so this area. This, just the whole feeling of entering this and going into this. Actually, let me clear out the night vision effect for cinematic purposes, I guess you could say. Like, you entering into this and seeing this castle, for one, it definitely gave me like a Dark Souls vibe. Like entering Iritil of the Burial Valley. That's one kind of feel I got from it. But it is an extremely well designed area altogether. I like the area's flow of how you like go through this little bit here, and then you go through like this inner bit of the castle with the fish boys and all that, and then you go up. Hello. I don't think... oh, this was the trap that you fall down, isn't it? That I never fell into because I saw through the roofs. But there's a chest here which I never saw before, which has some golden apples in it. Neat, I suppose, but 2 cave spider spawners, so that's not very good compensation, but I digress. But yeah, and I like the progress of this area, how you go through like the innards of the castle, and then you get put into a false sense of security because you break these gravel blocks. You think it's gonna be a trap, but it isn't. And then as you go on later down the line, you might be like, oh yeah, that wasn't trapped. And then if you go up a bit later, it's just far enough from the actual first trap. Once you keep going through, where is it? It's like right here. Yeah, you think, yeah, it's probably not trapped, and then it is, and then you could very much easily die from this as well. Also, I want to see this thing again, because on my original playthrough, I flew through this. There's no sign there. I'm not going insane, but if you go close to it, there's a sign here, but it's invisible. I never understood how the hell this happened or what the heck is happening here. But if you, there's a sign here, an invisible sign. It's weird, I don't get it. Whatever, right. There's enough like side areas and other stuff that you can go through. It's also a rather massive area too. There's lots and lots of little secrets around. Again, obviously there's one in here too, of course. I hope it's a stick. And it's not. I don't even know if I found this in the original playthrough, but maybe I did. But there's just so much stuff around here to look around, and it's just so much to take in at the same time. And once you get up to the proper castle bit up here, there's even more stuff around here too. Now I wonder, yeah, this thing that I never understood, what the hell is this supposed, not this, where the headpiece is. Hang on, I need to hydrate again, sorry. I never understood what this is a reference to. There's no animals here, although there is a dispenser here for some reason with TNT in it. Does it trigger if you dig out the chest or the... It does. Interesting. That's an interesting trap, I guess. That, okay, weird. I didn't think I'd trigger that on my playthrough. But I don't know what that's a reference to. But altogether, this area is fantastic. Like visually, the design-wise, just everything. It's incredible. It really is. It's just awesome, in every sense of the word. And then the only thing I felt was a kind of tiny bit, like, what the fuck is this? Oh, it's just a pink background to that. Okay, well, it looked weird for a second. The only thing I felt like was a tiny bit, like, not in line with this area is the final bit. Once you get up here, this crystalline cavern here, like I felt like this could have been made into its own separate area and have this as the rule box in that own separate area. But I would have been better off thinking that the rule would be up at the top and then that would be it. Hello. Kala is here and Blackbird too. But yeah, not saying it's bad or it takes off from the value of the area, but I think this area could have been cut off and it could have been made its own area separately with the same thematic and style to it, I guess. And then the castle could have been just the castle, and then the rule box could have been like at the top here, and then that would have been it. But again, it doesn't take anything off from the area as well. It's still just as good, and I have nothing wrong to say about this. Also, mob design wise, the Elder Soul guys were pretty good. The ones that had the totem, I didn't even know up until that point that the totem works in mobs' hands, so if they use it then they get revived as well. That was neat. But let's start making our way towards intersection 2. This little connecting area, it felt extremely weird at first, how like you go from a fantasy castle and then you end up in like this radioactive pipe thingamajig. Do love this design though, how there's like lava under the green stained glass, how it gives like a radioactive vibe. It gives me like feel of those Crash Bandicoot levels in the sewer with engine, where you have to go through and there's like sewage and shit all over. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. This, you could use this to farm iron ingots and you could get an anvil relatively early if you wanna take it that try hardy, I guess. So yeah, Elder Soul Castle, intersection 2. Sorry. Right, this intersection was pretty neat, with like the whole toxic barrels flowing out radioactive sludge and crap into the bottom place. And this looks rather neat too. Hello, more signs. The stupidest Easter eggs in CTM history brought to you by Blackbird Incorporated. Blackbird seems like such a meme person from all the things that I've seen from them. I don't know if it's a him or a her, so I'm not gonna. But everything I've seen from them is just pure meme, and I love it. It's super good. So yeah, but this little challenge thing was neat here. I did unfortunately die here though, because I was dumb. But the loot up here is definitely worth it, because early on this sword is really good. So that was pretty neat. Altogether, design-wise, pretty cool. Like the marble, like the vines being dead, also it being swampland, so the leaves look different color-wise. Pretty good addition. So yeah. What was the order here? You had to go to... Ah yes, the Equilibrium Valley. Oh, we didn't do that. Okay, now that I've finished after I finished recording this, I already recorded the ending of the original playthrough. I'll probably go back and then just blow up a couple pieces of TNT at Equilibrium Valley, just for the lols, I guess, and the shits and giggles. We'll see. I might not do that. We'll see. But again, let's get back on topic. So, Equilibrium Valley, made by Omega Slime. Probably the hardest I struggled in the early game, in the entire map. Once I got through this, I think it all got picked up from there. So, design-wise and thematic-wise, this is a beautiful area, 100%. I don't know what it was with this area. I don't even know what this is. What am I looking at here? It's probably like some weird trap of some sorts that Omega Slime set up, but I don't know. But for some reason I struggled extremely hard with this area. I don't even know what it was, but I did. Also, I've been told that by him after he saw me die that there's another one of those TNT. Yeah, this is it right here. I remember in the playthrough I just ran in here, opened the chest, put down a torch and left and never really break the spawner. There's another one of those stupid TNT spawners right at the beginning, which probably also would have killed me, to be honest. But probably after, if I saw this one first, then I probably would have been more careful of the houses later down the line. I would have checked to see if there's one of those after all of these spawners. But design wise, this is a really good area. The mobs weren't too tough. It's just, I don't know what it was. It was just a really hard area for some reason. I can't really put my finger around why it was. And it wasn't even the green bit, because the green bit wasn't that difficult. The only difficulty in the green bit was the tall grass. That was a bit of a nuisance, but other than that, there's nothing really big to it. And there's also like honeypots around, so it would have not been the problem that there's spawns around and shit. For some reason it was just very difficult for me in particular. I really can't put my finger on it why. And then you get to the dark bit, the dark section of the area, and then the tall grass is gone, so that's some nuisance removed from the area. And then you go around, you wander about, look at how pretty it is. I like the fact that how beforehand these were just like spikes protruding from the mountain or like the side of the valley, but then they become like tentacles. That's really good design. That's really neat. And then as you go up a bit, you see like, oh yeah, there's this massive temple looking thing. I guess that must be where the ending of this area is, right? Right? Well, you're wrong, because then you arrive here. So I was definitely dumb enough to jump down, because I mean, you have to take the fun path. You're not gonna just dig down like a little whiny bitch. You're gonna jump down. But what I didn't expect is that all the crap gonna spawn immediately right after, and I probably could have avoided that death here. And I am eternally grateful that when I fell here and nothing fell in the lava. Then I was nearby that I could just break this and then right down the waterfall and then right back up. That was really good. Otherwise, this area, once you get the hang of it and once you figure out what you're really supposed to do, the only real place that was kinda dangerous were these little walkways. If you get knocked off from the very top, that could cause your death. But then again, even these are also designed very well, I think, in my opinion. So I wouldn't say it was imbalanced. I think it was definitely balanced in my opinion. It's just the fact that for some unexplainable, unspeakable reason, I just had way too much trouble with this area. And then the special plus points for the ending here. This looks extremely cool. This whole area, this whole room culminates in the entire point of the area of it being balanced and all that. And then this whole box. And then just this whole room in general is probably the best one in the entire map, I'd have to say, probably. So yeah, Equilibrium Valley by Slime, it's pretty good. Still hate him though, because I died the most and I spent the most amount of time raging and being salty as fuck in this area. Other than that, it was a pretty good area too, nonetheless. So let's see if we can find anything around bottom, maybe some hidden things. Doesn't seem like it. So let's fly back to the intersection. Next area was the molten undergrowth, if I'm not mistaken. So equilibrium, that's spellcraft. Here, molten undergrowth, right, made by Veheder. Right, so this area was massive. Like, look at this. It's insane how big this area is. And somehow, yet it being this massive area, like after seeing this, I thought it was gonna be like, yeah, one of these like mineshaft areas, you go around like a mineshaft bit, and then that's all. No, I definitely did not expect it being this big of a friggin' area. Look at how massive this thing is. It's absolutely insane how huge this place is, just in general. And the best thing about this area is, even though it's massive as fuck, it still doesn't feel like a chore. Chore? Is that a word? It is, isn't it? Right, it doesn't feel like it's a hassle. Because you keep going and there's things happening. It's not just pointless walk around with no intention and no point of walking. Whenever you go there, there's stuff around to do. In the mines, there's like resources you can get. There's traps that you can trigger. In the above bit, there's like different segments. What the fuck am I doing? That you can, hello. Charge creeper, another one of those spawners that wasn't replaced. Common theme. This happens quite a lot actually in the map, which is kind of funny in my opinion, but whatever. Like whenever you go on this map, and I gotta hydrate again, goddammit. Whenever you go in this area, I don't feel like it's pointless, because there's always stuff to do. There's always stuff happening. I like these little like fall things that can fall down if you're not careful enough. I love the entire area's aesthetic and design to it. I like the mini checkpoints, they're extremely useful. Now, is there anything? We already got, I think I already got this in the main playthrough. Yeah, also plus points for this mechanic, because this mechanic is extremely neat with the little pawns that you get. What the heck is this? The little pawns that you get healed from. This is a trap for sure. Hang on, but I opened this chest and nothing really triggered afterwards. Does this... What is this supposed to do? Oh, and I did remember commenting on this in the playthrough. Oh, why is there lava above me and that looks suspicious? But I guess the trap's broken maybe? Is it this that breaks it? Hang on. Let's check this out. No, it does nothing. Hang on. This is weird. This is definitely a trap, because you're supposed to open that trap, the chest, and as you're coming back up, then lava would have flown out from here, right? Or more like there. And then it would flow all the way down there. When you're coming back up, you'll be like, oh, what a fucking nuisance, right? Anyway, that's a weird trap that doesn't work. I mean, it's not even a trap, because you would see it from a mile away when you're coming back, because it's not going to be able to flow all the way down there. It just gets stuck there. It's just more of a nuisance than anything. Oh, but whatever. But yeah, this area was good. This lower bit, however... Hang on, there's a thing here. I didn't even see this. Oh. Neat. Okay. The unkillable shulkers are a bit of a nuisance. And altogether the entire map, I do hate shulkers with a burning passion. I just fucking hate them. This trap was also really mean. I was about to say how much of a nice person you are, and then you trapped the almost lost piece of iron that I was about to break, and then the entire thing blew up. And we lost this port totem as well. Poor guy. Ugh. God, this dry coughing is annoying as hell. Plus I had one of the stupidest deaths probably in the entire map right here when I tried to boop that stupid creeper around. Oh, hang on, oh, there's a thing up here. I didn't even see this. And there's some gold here too. Okay, neat. So I like finding different things like this. Anyways, the enemy designs were good because the creepers weren't overpowered because they couldn't move. If they were able to move and they still insta-blew, that would have been a bit overpowered, I think. So the fact that they're immobile is a good balanced choice in my opinion. I was like, I don't remember this bridge, but I do remember this bridge. I do remember this bridge now. So that was good. This spider area, I think this is the only complaint I have about this area. This feels out of place in the entire map, honestly, or the area rather, in my opinion. And that might be the hot take of this video, or this area rather. But I think this just feels completely out of place with the whole spider web and all that. With, like, sure, there's green around and there's trees around and stuff, but not this thick at all. Nowhere really near as thick as there. And then there's no, in my opinion, there's not much reason to have this many trees in one section, and then it also being poisonous and cobwebs and all that crap. I don't think it fits thematically, but again, it's just my opinion. Might be a hot take, but I'm gonna stand by that opinion though still. Other than that, it was just my own stupidity. I couldn't find the wool at first, and it took me a bit of time to find it because I thought this just goes around like this, and then this is just this here, the boombox. But no, there's stuff under it, and then that's where the wool is. So that's completely justified. Still good design, because you would think to go around and check if there's something there. So that's completely good. Again, it's just my stupidity. I didn't see it because I'm dumb. So yeah, so I think mortal undergrowth, that's about it. So let's head back inside the intersection, and then next up comes Headhunter Temple. Yeah. God damn it, this stupid dry coughing, dude. So this is a neat area as well. This starter bit is pretty cool with the whole jungle aesthetic, and then like the ancient tribe going about and then trying to attack you with the tree houses and all that. I never even saw the top here. This also looks really cool, I think. Now, is there stuff up the waterfall? Sorry, nothing here. And we gotta check the other waterfalls now, do we? Someone has too much time on their hands. I mean, yeah. Did we check this? What are you doing here? What are you doing here? What are you doing here? God. Okay. But yeah, I never really checked. I never really saw the ceiling because it's too dark. You can't really see it. But looks pretty neat. Yeah, sorry. Had a massive cough there. Probably gonna cut that out. I like the addition of the hunter. Now, the only thing is, even though at first I said I'm gonna use these a lot, I never really did, because I do get the point that you had to have an extra addition slash feature to the game to make up for the removal of enchanting and the end rules completely. And I still think doing this guy here, which we can't interact with in Spectator apparently, was a good idea. This is a good design. This is a good mechanic. Still, I didn't really feel myself using anything other than the wither arrows, and even those only for, like, I never traded an extra stack of any of these at all. And I still think I only had the ones I got originally, and other than the withering one, I never used any of them at all. Because it just is just the hustle. Even though I set up a spawner here, later down the line, right here, I still didn't get enough arrows, and even though I still mined up a shulker box and inventory full of lapis lazuli, I still never had the need and never felt like I really need to trade with that guy, even though those arrows are pretty good. it just felt like an overkill, and I thought, well, if we can do it anyway with our current equipment, then why do the extra and go and get some from this guy as well. But again, it's not a bad design choice. I think it's a good addition regardless, but it's just the fact that enchanting and enemies would have been better. This trap, which I am extremely glad I did not die to, because I almost ran into that same thing, and I think TJ actually died to this very horribly in his own playthrough. It's a good trap though, because you don't expect it just in the middle of nowhere. Because up until this point, I don't think anything was trapped in this area at all. So that being there was a good trap, I think, altogether. Lovely addition of the necromancers, when they, instead of the Vexes, they summon skeletons. That was pretty cool. Altogether, it's just good design. Mob design was also pretty good with the natives, although the knockback, I think, on these guys that are here was a bit too much in my opinion, but it wasn't anything like really over the top, I think. And then let's move over to the temple. The temple was neat, although I did probably lose about 2 years of my life expectancy from this area, from getting jumps. I probably lost like 3 extra years altogether from the entire map, from my life expectancy, for all these traps and all that crap I got jump scared by. I always wanted to try, because I did find this. Yeah, I remember that guy. I want to check out if this explodes. It does. How big does it explode though? It's a pretty decent explosion. Could probably kill you if you're not careful enough. But the second section of this area was also pretty cool. That's evil. And there's also another trap. I want to see what it does, which is here. What does this one do? I just dropped some spiders on your head. Okay, that's not too bad. Right, but this area was pretty neat. And then the peak of the area, though, I think, in my opinion, is this right here. The whole fleshy, monstery growth thing that's at the bottom of the temple. Like, from a lore standpoint, it's pretty neat. But, like, this is what the people in the jungle worship and all that. That's pretty cool. I would have kind of wished, though, if there was a boss fight, because we didn't really see any boss mobs. I think Vex used to do that in, what was it, Inferno Caves, that they were like wool boss mobs that you could kill, and then they would drop their head, which was the wool. So instead of it being just a wool box you walk into, you have to fight a boss. Although, again, those bosses had like knockback bows and like torn enchantments on their stuff, so it was kind of annoying. But like, it would have been kind of neat if you break the totems, both skull totems, on either side of here, and then like a jungle mob, or like a tribe leader, or like a tribe boss or something spawns in the middle here, and you have to kill him, and that's what unlocks this. Or like, if this didn't exist here at all, but you're just given the task to destroy the 2 totems, and then the mob would spawn, and then you would get the wool. And if maybe you lose it, then there's like an extra pocket here, you could go back and there's like 3 extra ones if you lose it, or it drops it some ridiculous way, it blows up. Like, anything that would normally not happen, only like a 0.1 chance or 0.1 chance would happen, then you still have the wool, so you won't lose it immediately and just get fucked. So other than that, again, that's just my opinion. I still think it was a good area regardless, don't get me wrong, but I would have loved the boss fight here, just in general. And yeah, I think that's pretty much about this. I'm gonna fly about. What the hell is this? This is weird looking. Hello. What the hell do we have here? Oh, these are all the mobs and all that. Blood cloud. Okay, so there were just floating blood pieces. I wasn't wrong about that. Good. Interesting, whatever this is supposed to represent up there, but yeah, okay, that's pretty much it. Yeah, let's get back to the intersection, shall we? With the... Oh yeah, and also I forgot, this was made by the Crims, right? Yeah, but the Crims, yay. Another coffin cutout probably. Right, and then the last area into section 2, the Cliff Monastery made by Fornan. So, as far as aesthetics go, this is probably my second favorite area. The first one being the Hellfire Foundry, I think. Because this just looks phenomenal, honestly. Also, this was a bit of a step down, I think, as far as difficulty goes. Again, the other areas were not too difficult, Equilibrium Valley, but this one was definitely an easier one of the bunch, honestly. It did have a unique mechanic of collecting all the iron golem keys to put upon the little platform at the bottom of the middle of the chapel or whatever it was to unlock the wool box. That was a really neat idea. It's something unique, and there's no sign here. Okay, something unique, something cool. It's sort of the same mechanic as the boss, but instead you get like key pieces that you have to put on, and that's how you unlock the wool box. So I thought that was pretty cool. I like the sub areas, none of them were really difficult, other than the sewer chapel or whatever it was called. That was kind of annoying with the cave spiders and those hidden spawners in the walls, hidden behind cobwebs. That was kind of a annoying part, but other than that, just for the aesthetics solely, this area is beautiful and really well made, I think. Oh, random potatoes in the back, didn't notice that at all. Yeah, this area was a hellhole though. Definitely. Let's do you see anything interesting? No hidden things or jigs. Oh, there's the Hellfire Foundry. We'll get back to you in a bit, don't worry. You're not gonna be missed out from anything. But yeah, altogether this area was pretty cool too. Mob design was neat. Also, I never checked what happens once, because it does say that once you take the, my god, I'm getting lost. Once you take the pale flame or the pink wolf from here, that some curses are unleashed upon the valley. I never checked what that does. I'm guessing it probably does something at least. So let's see if we can try and take it out and break sequence a bit. Hopefully this doesn't break it. Okay, overwhelms the valley. Now what could that mean? My guess is it does something in the village, question mark, maybe? Yeah, and the village bit was actually probably one of my favorite, because it gives you a very interesting, like, slow take when there's nothing happening at all. It's just you walk in and you get to take a breather, because there's only like a slight amount of mobs in there at all that are natural spawns. I mean, villagers are all good. Nothing really happened here either. Yeah, it's all the same. Nothing really changed here either. Oh, come on. But yeah, it probably does something, if I had to guess. It's just not what I think it did. But in any case, but yeah, I love the fact how this area just gives you like a little slow breather. Nothing really happens here. There's a chest up here I never saw. Just some golden apples, neat. But yeah, altogether, aesthetic wise, probably one of my favorite, second to favorite, maybe third to favorite area as far as design and all that goes. It's a really good area altogether. And good thing is that we've gone around here, because this leads us to intersection 3. So was there anything down here ever at all? Nope. Oh, there's a thing here. It's just some weird wine looking thing. Okay, well, in any case, let's head up here. This is probably just the design for the track. We can copy paste. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Intersection is again very unique looking, with like the whole train station concept to it. And again, I like the fact that it was split into 2 separate sections of the intersection, this one here and then that one there, with this being the first setup only for one area, and then the other one being this for the secondary half. So I guess we'll go to the outbreak first, and then we'll check out the rest of the intersection too. So the outbreak was made by... oh, the signs are back here, aren't they? Was made by Code 22 and Quartzy, right? So this is an interesting area in my opinion, because unless you if you guys played From the Ashes, I think it's called. It's like another CTM map that's got like the same zombie outbreak city or modern urban theme to it. Because like most CTM areas have like a very fantasy-esque style to it, like the cave and the castle and then this thing and that thing. It never really takes on a city form or something modern, like a laboratory or a city or like a factory and that kind of stuff. It always goes for the fantasy theme, unless you're playing a specific map, like From the Ashes, I think that map is called. I'll correct it on screen if I'm wrong, but yeah, I think that's what it's called. This was a surprise to me, because this takes that completely and throws it out the window, because it's a modern looking place, it's a city overrun by a zombie virus, and then it's all like overgrown and crap. Again, like I said in the video itself, gives a very massive Last of Us, Resident Evil-esque vibe, but more so Resident Evil because of how you go about finding the wool. You go up on the upper part of the city, and then you explore the buildings and stuff. Then you find like a metro tunnel that leads into the metro station, and then from the metro station it leads into like a hospital, I guess, or laboratory, and then inside you find the wool in the laboratory. It's just like how it is in Resident Evil. You go through the city, you head into a sewer, and then from the sewer it opens up into a laboratory, and inside the laboratory is the ending. It's very similar to that in a sense, so that is extremely cool and really neat to see. I didn't even see that there was a spawner there, dude. What the hell? So yeah, I definitely enjoyed this area as well, although I never understood what the hell this is supposed to represent. Like, is it a storage room, or is it supposed to be storage crates? Plus, I never really saw, but it seems like these, you can go from here as well. So this, I never checked out this section anyway at all, because I already found the headpieces, so there was no need for me to do so. So I never did. But I guess you can go in from here. This is the stairwell that leads up, yeah? Yeah, it is. Okay. So you could have gone from here. You could have entered from the building itself if you gone here first, and then you could have gone inside this ruined building and then dig down the stairwell, and then you would have found the place anyway. So it's neat that there's two ways you can get into the area as well. And this definitely seems like a hospital. This seems like those hospital sheets or like curtains you can pull. So that does make sense then as at the bottom of the hospital. And I think there's a couple lore books as well that says that it's a hospital here. Would have been cool to see like a broken H or something to represent that it's a hospital, but might digress. Oh, there's a little thing here as well. Yeah, it's just loot. Okay. But yeah, this was a really neat area as well in general. Surprisingly, the upper part was a lot more difficult than the lower part, and that was the main reason why I never really explored the upper buildings that much, because just the fact that so much crap can fall on top of your head in these tight little corridors, it's a death sentence. It 100% is, especially with the fact that the infected leaders, the zombies who were fast as fuck boys with the skeletons on top of their heads, they hit really hard. If you get stuck in these houses with those guys in like a wrong corner or something, you are dead, 100% guaranteed, because they hit hard, they're fast, they're like one of these guys. If you get caught up by, like, let's say you're like a floor below and you're just like blah, 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 doing your own, minding your own business, and then they start like rushing down to you for some reason, you're screwed. It's over, you're dead, you're done. So I was amazed when I never started exploring these houses more, because there was no reason to do so. But then once you get down to the lower bits, where again it's not very open regardless, but it's not as tight as the buildings upstairs, it gets way easier. And then once you get to the laboratory bit, it was just like the difficulty curve interestingly went from being very high at the top, and as you went down near the wall, it got easier in my opinion. Maybe that was just me or how I felt it, but that's definitely how I felt it was. I just also like to add an extra point for attention to detail. Where's the bathroom? Where is the bathroom? It's supposed to be somewhere. Yeah, this. The fact that they mirrored, even though you can't see it from here, that the signs are up there, but regardless, you would expect that the signs are there. They even mirrored the signs. That is just attention to detail. That's fantastic. So much love for that. That was a really neat extra touch that I appreciate. So yeah. But other than that, the fact that the difficulty curve was really opposite for me in this area. Other than that, like mob design, area design, everything, that was great. So, and plus I love this little treasure hunting. This was probably the best meme in the entire area altogether. This thing here, the go dig up, go dig left, go dig right, go dig up, go do this, do that, and then get this. I don't know where the ending, I think it's here. No, it's somewhere here though. Is it this chest? Why can I not? Yeah, but you get that stupid stick here with the persistence tag on it. That was really neat. And then this thing too. This is also extremely just weird, but I love these little weird additions, and I'm actually kind of glad I found this by accident, because this just screams suspicion so much. Like one block sticking out from a rest with the not, even though it's the same color palette, but still, it's it was way too suspicious. So I had to check, and I'm glad I did, because that was a fun little side adventure in this area. Although this trap, I don't know why it wasn't working. This would have gotten me, because I did not pay attention to this at all. This would have easily killed me, I think, probably, unless I had enough reaction time in time to run back and then not die from the lava. This would probably kill me and wipe me, most likely. So I'm glad it did not. So yeah, that was the outbreak. Let's head back to the intersection, which is the opposite way. Wait, there's a random thing here. Yeah, just the outer bit. Probably more of those dev stuff, like the loot up and all that stuff in there. We'll have a look at that at the end. Just go around quickly and see if we can find anything neat there or interesting, or maybe meme worthy, I suppose. Right, let's head into the second section of this. So next area was Lost Pilgrimage by Deneb. Yeah, so this, the special extra award of best looking railway sub area, I guess, if you wanna call it, goes to here. This looks fantastic, honestly. When I saw this, I thought the entire area is gonna be based around these crystals and all, and I'm so sad it isn't. This looks so good. Like, originally I thought these were like teeth. It looks like it's a mouth of some sorts, but it's just a cavern with pretty crystals, and like literally only go through this for like 10 seconds at tops, and you don't even get to enjoy how beautiful it looks, because it does. It looks absolutely fantastic, and then you just spend like 10 solid seconds here, and then it's over, and you're gone, and you're never gonna look at this again, because on the way back you get teleporter. So it's kind of a shame that it only gets 10 seconds of fame, because it definitely deserves more, because it looks phenomenal. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Right, on to the area itself. Fake trapping this. God damn it. I even called it, because I was like, oh, nothing really happened. This is just a fake trap to psych me out. It is. Goddamn fake traps, dude. But there's another thing here as well. What is this? Nani? Oh. Nice. Right, so the Lost Pilgrimage. I remember Slime told me when I was about to enter this here that I'm gonna like the aesthetic of this. What the hell is this? Hang on a second. Does this? Oh, it's a trap I never even saw before. Oh my god. Although that is a weird trap, to be fair. Because you... Oh, I see. Okay, so maybe it's supposed to be like you notice the gravel under it, so you dig to the side of it maybe, and then it blows up, I guess. I don't know. That is an extremely niche trap, I guess. I don't think anyone would die to that, but whatever. But yeah, Slime told me that I'm gonna enjoy the aesthetic of this area a lot. And originally, upon coming in the beginning, it's like, yeah, it looks pretty good. Like these like ruin-looking things with the clay in the background and all that. It looks pretty neat. And then you get to this point, and then like the water channels and the more of the ruins and all that. It gets to look more and more. And then you start getting to this, and then you're like, whoa, what the hell is all this? So you get these like alien-looking pillars, and then you have this extremely unique-looking structure in the middle of this with like these weirder shapes that are I've never seen something like this in a CTM map before. Honestly, like these extremely weird looking shapes, not your normal structural building like a normal castle or like a normal fortress or whatever you have. And you can see that this is clearly something alien. This is something that is not supposed to be here, but it's here regardless. It's something alien. Plus the planets on the side give you a good representation that something is to do with the solar system or stars and traveling between planets and stuff like that. It's very cool design wise and subtle telling of something very alien going on in here, which I never caught on at the beginning because I was too just dumb to be honest. It's easier to talk about stuff like this when you look back at them retrospective, but you don't notice these things right off the bat while in the action and doing it right on the spot, I guess. That's what I'm supposed to say. That's what I meant to say. So before we go there, let's get through all these. Design wise, these guys are pretty okay. Nothing spectacular, nothing fancy, just normal mobs and some random charged creepers here and there. But once we get into this thing here, this is where things begin to get fancy. So you have this like extremely neat looking pathway going back up around, and then you have this really weird looking object and this really weird looking building with this that I did get on the playthrough though at the top. And then you get to this and there's like a working portal here that says one-way TP to planet X, and you're like, what is that? Well, you're about to find out once we manage to get through it in Spectator. You figure out why everything felt so alien, because it is. You're now on an alien planet. Somewhere completely different that's not normal to you and not proper to you because it's alien and all that. So this section of the map, or the area rather, looks awesome. I love the color palette of like the greenish of the whatever is this block called. Hang on. Why doesn't my middle click work? What is this thing called? I forgot. Prismarine. Yeah. The prismarine and the purple block mixed together looks awesome. I love the fact that it's like just a dark background with like the little end rods dotted around, so it represents stars and stuff, so it seems like you're in space. It's really cool design wise. I kind of wish that this area was a bit longer, to be honest, like maybe a couple extra sets. Hello. Oh, what is this? Why did I never see this? Crescent Sweeper, sharpness mending, sweeping edge. When the sword's arc emits a pure and beautiful light. That's a pretty good sword though. That's nice. I'm sad I never got that sword though. Huh. How did I never notice that? What the fuck? Okay, whatever. I got distracted mentally. Right, the dogs. I don't know why the dogs are here. I assume when it was built, people just had the dogs there for whatever reason. And then here's my starting to get ahead of the axes and getting all those and getting ready for the axe killing. That was good that we started getting good axes as well. But yeah, mob design in here, the double creepers were fantastic. I don't know why I had so much fun with them, but double creepers were like that, honestly. Once I had a shield with me though. Without a shield, they were a pain in the butt, but once you do have a shield, then just having them blow up is just fantastic. And then the woo was here, and then the teleport was back out here. So we are going to do that real quick. or at least I'm gonna try to do real quick. There. Zoom, 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 zoom. And we're back here. And then there's this another fake trap, which does nothing, because it just probably plays a sound effect of a creeper hiss, most likely in there. Plus it cleared my night vision, so let me quickly get that back if I can scroll through all the commands. Oh, there. So yeah, altogether, very good looking area, very well designed, unique aesthetic. That building is probably one of the single best buildings in this entire area, or in this entire map even, I'd say, altogether. So yeah. Let's see, next up on the list is Boot Lake. Right. Now, Boot Lake by Vivian Artemis. And I heard that this area is going to be... originally, again, like I said, I thought it was going to be a slasher horror movie inspired. And when I heard from Slime that it's inspired by Call of Cthulhu and Lovecraftian shenanigans, I was all over the moon. Because, my god, I love Lovecraftian horror and that kind of stuff in general, and H.P. Lovecraft's work in general too, even though he was a horrible person, but his books are pretty good. This area is phenomenal. Let me just put that out there. Design wise, it feels more like an adventure map than anything, than a CTM map, of you having to like figure out what the hell is going on based on the little clues that you get, then find the actual guy here who gives you the objective of what to do, then figuring out, unless you figured it out beforehand and you went to the church here, and I'm kind of glad I didn't, that I did it afterwards, that you go to the guy, he tells you, oh yeah, the eyes at the end that you need for the altars are under the church, you have to go there, and there's like a secret thing you have to hit, and then you do that, you got the thing, and then you go back and it's a search for all the altars. It's just fantastic. It's good. I think it's just good design altogether, definitely. Plus with the theme of it is also just great. Now, what I want to see is, yeah, there's the little thing, and oh my god, there's so much more crap here than I thought it was. So I never explored this thing completely, and there's a different wool box and a different head here, which is weird as hell. What the hell is this? Okay, so this is the sewer bit. We all know this bit. I've gone through here, but not too deep in, because there was one altar there that you had to get. I never got to this water bit either. What the hell is all this? Now this is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this, if I can see to find anything along the lines of this, like unimplemented areas and stuff. Because this is really cool. What the heck is this supposed to be? Hang on, there's a sign here. Here. There's a Cthulhu head here. Welcome to the old position of the bonus objective. Spawn polar bear, Cthulhu stick of cancellation. What? And how would you even get to this point? Some paths are cut off for your convenience. Hang on, let's try and follow this back through. So, this is the main sewer bit. Yeah. This is all in well. Yeah, so, around here. Yeah. Okay, so you would go here. I remember this bit. Then you would go down here. Then you come to this place. You go around. You go down again. You go here. Then around here. And it would loop back up here. Then down once again. There's a little broken cavern and iron deposit. Okay, I never gone this deep. And you get this, just 2 portions of water breathing. But there's no like no telling or no showing that you need to go down there. Because if I remember correctly, I mean, other than the fact that the blocks are different here, you would never figure out the fact that there's this thing under here. So maybe it was cut on purpose. Welcome to Concept Artland. Okay. This is cool as hell. I love this. Whatever this is supposed to be. Be glad the area isn't this long. Oh, so maybe this is supposed to be a longer sewer bit, I guess? Bravest caught in development. This area used to be much bigger. Yeah, I can see. Some parts are cut off for your convenience. Hang on, I'm gonna... Oh, never mind. Yeah, and then this would lead us to here. To the Cthulhu place. And where you get a polar bear. Oh my... God. That just about scared the ever-living shit out of me. Holy fuck. Fuck's sakes. I did not think I have to add a fucking jump scare counter to the bonus episode, dude. What the hell? And then we have this. Just probably just... Oh my god. My god. How did I fall for that stupid thing? Jesus Christ, dude. I'm so stupid, dude. Oh my god. I thought that was a polar bear spawn egg, but it isn't. It's a stupid ghost. Holy shit, I think I shat myself that. Oh my god. Oh, what is this? Kill any boss. Kills any boss copies down there. Okay. And then there's this thing here, which again is another cut section. There's no actual way to enter and go in here, I guess. There's water breathing potions and there's guardians here. Interesting. And then you have this. Stop cheating. Oh, it's a bonus episode, I'm not cheating. And there's a random command block here as well. Oh. Oh, it's just a teleport command. But there's nothing hooked up to it, I guess. Yeah, this is weird as hell, dude. Okay. Well, enough looking at weird stuff. Yeah, and then there was the cultist base, which was pretty cool. Although the door banging was kind of getting annoying, just because I couldn't find how to turn off the door banging noise effects. But yeah. Yeah, there's more stuff around here. Nothing really interesting that I haven't seen yet already in the thing. Yeah, I do want to see if anything happens if we touch the bottom, because I was too scared to touch the bottom at all, honestly. Okay, nothing happens in creative. Does anything happen in survival? No. Okay, we're good. I've always thought that it's just gonna insta-kill you or do something stupid when you touch that. Thankfully it doesn't, so I'm glad that that's the case. Right, so altogether, really cool area, and it's still hard for me to decide if I like this area more than Hellfire Foundry. And I think after the end of the video I'll probably be able to decide by then if I like it more or not. What does this say? Oh, hello there. Hello there indeed. Hello there, General Kenobi. Yeah, I liked all the little like snippets here and there. What is this? Why are you here? I don't know, I'm just looking out for stuff like this. That's why. It's a random beacon here for some reason. Okay. Interesting. This area has a lot of weird crap around it that wasn't implemented and stuff. There's like a weird tunnel looking thing there. Whatever. No, it's the outskirts of the map. There's a weird looking tunnel thing here though. What the hell is this? Okay, enough looking at weird things. Really good area. Currently second favorite, might be first favorite map by the time we finish this video, but mob design, area design, story design, everything is fantastic. Although Slime they told me it was, I could already guess it was probably a pain in the ass to do this area, but it didn't go to waste because it's a really good area. It turned out to be really effing good altogether. So yeah. Now let's look at the last area in the section 3. I don't know how long has this been going on, but my throat is about to give out, I think, from all the coughing and talking. The Illusionist Desolation by Paradox. Right? I'm not mistaken. This is made by them, right? Oh, yeah, yep, long sign, yeah. It's made by Pear. Okay, so this was a neat area. I love the fact that they put the illusionists in here, because that is such a unique mob, just in general. You don't even see it in normal Minecraft at all. So it's really good to have an entire area based on that one mob specifically. It's a really unique idea. Just in general, the whole aesthetic of this, with like the logs and the crystals going up, the tower in the middle, the little balloons, like making it seem like that they hold up the bridges and such. It's also extremely cool. These little warrior spirals are really neat. Using just mostly all the Vindicator, not all the Illager mobs as well, was a really cool idea. This fucking trap that again took off like 1 month of my life expectancy because I got so scared by it. Also pretty cool, but kind of evil. And then we get to this part. Not the coughing part. This part. The balloons are fun. I don't think this is a hot take because I don't think many people enjoy this. But again, this is just my guess. Maybe people did enjoy it, but if they did, this is gonna be another hot take, I guess. I hated this section so much. Like, this section was just unfun, honestly. Like, having to go around these little things and then having random... Once you get up a higher bit and then the guests are the only ones spawning, then it's manageable, because only one guest spawns at a time. You can easily snipe him before he snipes you. You can flick back the projectile. But while these skeletons and then the blazes were around as well, it was just unfun. Like that one death I had there, the freaking skeleton, I don't know where he came from. He jumped off, and while he was falling down, he assassinated me, and that's how I died. Again, probably happens in 1 in a million, but still, this section of it was just, this balloon section was unfun. The ship section, however, up there, it was good. I enjoyed this section a lot. What the hell is this? Just random weird things in the balloon, I suppose. Okay, weird. Weird things are weird. So this section up here was cool. I liked this bit for sure, but this balloon section not so much. And then the altogether like concept of it, that you have to get an item from the ship and then one item from the balloon to be able to go to the last section of the cave, was also kind of neat. And I did love the fact that you didn't... What the hell is this? Only with a star from otherworldly terror will this pathway open, and only then true treasure can be found. Hello. And we can actually open this. Hold up. I might do this in the main one, because I do have a wither star that I collected. Oh, okay. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Now, the other question is... Okay, this guy is responsible if you pass a certain point here. Hello? Or you just don't want to spawn at all, my dude? Are you gonna be like that? Why are you gonna be like that? That's really interesting that that thing is there. I wonder if that actually works. Hang on, let me... Going from here. Nope. Maybe it only spawns in survival? I don't know. Well, I'll go... After I'm finished, I'll definitely go check that and record that a bit for you guys. See what that's all about. And then you go into the portal, and then you end up at the wool box. Really neat idea. Don't have to find anything. You just run through, and then you get the loot at the end, or the wool rather. Altogether, from like a lore standpoint, it's also pretty cool what happened here. That what the illusionist did and how he fucked up and where the monster came from. It's all explained very well. It's pretty neat. Again, if it wasn't for the balloon part, this would be perfect. But these goddamn balloons had to be just here, right? Because of course, also I never thought that this waterfall goes through and then flows out from there, like that. That's pretty cool. Okay, well, any case, let's see, and yeah, that's should be intersection 3, because then we head to the uphill struggle, which is a bit of a weird just side area offshoot to the intersection 4, and then you get to intersection 4. Which was probably the simplest of the intersections altogether. Doesn't mean that it's not good though, but it's still pretty, as in like quite definite the word pretty, because it is. Oh, what is this? My. Checking lava falls for hidden loot. That's new of the whole waterfall thing. Have this as a prize. I mean, there's clearly sand there. Man pants. Oh my god, it's a Zisto reference. I love it. My god. Speed, armor, protection, fire protection, curse of binding. Beautiful. Just beautiful. So yeah, this is a pretty nice intersection. It's very simple, I think. I do love those statues as well. They're kind of cute as they're holding up. And I like how this one is messed up. Let's just at the back. He was manufactured incorrectly. Nice. Nice meme. Right, so the first one here was the Los Snadlands, which was made by Nawa. This was a cool area, design-wise. This was the point where in the map I felt kind of overpowered and things just didn't pose as much as a challenge, I think. Especially this area and especially the Thunderstrike Tower. Again, I said it wrong. The Thunderstrike Tower, or Cloud Strike Tower rather, didn't pose much challenge because we just had such good equipment and loot, I think. And even Thunder River, if it wasn't for my stupid death near the end, again, it wasn't that difficult because things just kept dying very, very easily, honestly. But as far as design goes, this was a really cool area with all the stuff around it, the whole deserty like theme to it. It was pretty cool. Mob design was kind of neat. I like the secondary section, which is like a town or whatever it is supposed to represent. And I also like how the rule was just literally in plain sight, and you could have easily just enderpearled to it if you felt like you wanted to. But oh, hello. You get a prize. Congrats! You climbed this waterfall with about 60 gas. You get a cookie and you get some snad. Good. Also, Sand Monument. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Sand Monument, dude. Just Sand Monument. It's the new thing. It needs to be made into the new thing. I don't know who came up with this meme. I have a feeling it might be Blackbird. If it is, then I'm totally on board with this Sand Monument idea because it's fantastic. So yeah, this is altogether a very neat idea, not neat area altogether. Wasn't too difficult too. Mob design was good. I like this little underground dungeony thing as well. Felt kind of nice. So yeah, not much else to say about this as well. Plus we kind of, I don't know how long we've been going on. It's probably nearing an hour, maybe even an hour and a half. But yeah, we're trying to speed up things a little bit now. So next up is the joke area of the map, the Brown Wool by Firestorm. Oh. You've accomplished absolutely nothing, and that's all the obstacles. Have fun, Blackbird. Yeah, I figured it wouldn't be just this. Even for a meme brown area, this is too much of a meme that there had to be something to it. So Cloud Strike Tower was a pleasant surprise, honestly, because it's a simple, very simple design. A tower you have to climb that's got extremely neat looking visuals. With the whole lightning going off around the wall, it fits very well with the diorite and the andesite or granite. I can't remember which one this is. Is it yeah, diorite and andesite? Yeah, I was right the first time. So that's all very good and all. The inside the tower, this trap was kind of mean. I'm glad I didn't fall for this though, because I would have been sad to just fucking plummet into the void right off the bat. But yeah, this area was also surprisingly easier than I thought it would be, because I was scared that the mobs are gonna start like towering up quite literally as you go up, and there's gonna be just more and more and more. But that was actually quite manageable, so it wasn't too bad. So yeah, the mobs were kind of cool. The floating bookcase, that was a really neat monster. I liked it quite a lot. The loot was pretty neat here as well. Most of the loot pieces here are unique, and they all had like their upside and downsides to it if you wanted to use them. Even the fucking food had like an upside and a downside to it, which I don't think I've seen before. But it is unique loot for the food, a unique food in as far as loot goes. but that was neat. And then the very end we have to like go out the clouds. It was a kind of neat touch. I mean, it seems like kind of a short one. I would have loved it if there was more going on the clouds, like maybe do a full circle like in a spiral and then go onto the platform. But yeah, it's just nitpicking at this point, honestly. And then the rule is here, you get it, teleports back, and you're all good. So altogether, pretty nice area, pretty good for a joke area. It completely could go, and I just went back here, and I haven't unlocked any of the shortcuts, except for brown, so we'll just take brown back and then do it like that. But yeah, like it could have easily gone for a proper area just on its own, honestly. Even without it being a joke area, I mean. So what is this? It was these fucking fake traps, man. And I figured something here would be trapped, honestly, and there was, even there was a fake trap, but yeah. So next up on the list, and I guess we'll go from the beginning, and then we just made a big circle around, I guess. Dum. Second to last, the Thunder River by Stickers. This is another one of those areas that I love the design of how it looks, with the greenery, the sandstone, the brown clay, the tar pits. Again, like I said, in itself, it reminds me of those levels from Crash 3, I think. When I looked it up, it says Crash 3. Where you have to run from a dinosaur with a different camera perspective. Maybe if there was like more trees and stuff, it would look even more akin like it, but as it is even already, it looks very similar to that, and I love the design of this area just in general. It looks really good. Again, it was, I think, at this point that you just kind of overpowered as far as your equipment goes. Nothing really posed a challenge here. If anything, the blazes were just a nuisance. Once again, nothing too big of a deal. So that was that. Let's check out the side here, because there was one bit I didn't check. This trap though, this was a really good trap. This could have easily killed. Hello? How do you reload chunks? F3A? Hello? What happened here? Why isn't this chunk loading? What the fuck? Oh. Okay, weird. Guess spectator mode is being weird, whatever. But yeah, this trap almost got me here. Wait, opposite side, sorry. This trap almost got me here. This would have easily killed me if I didn't pay attention. I wasn't already on edge beforehand. I would have easily fallen for this, 100%. So that was a really good trap in general. And there's more stuff around here then check. There's a couple like loot chests, I suppose, yeah. And then arrow pointing up. You go up around here, stairs, and then you come back around here. Okay, it's a very good side area for the headpiece, very good. But as you keep going forward, never really cared for those ghosts in the lava because they didn't pose much of a threat at all. Keep going through here. There's a side place that I never checked either. Some wood. Again, nothing really spectacular to make me go towards it. Then you enter this section, the temple bit, which was kind of neat. I didn't expect this to be here at all, in the slightest. So this was a pleasant surprise that this even existed in the first place. So that was surprising. And I like how it still fits like the totemic, shamanic. What the hell is all this crap? Also, man, this trap got a revamp. Lol. RC3 copy. Ragecraft 3. 100% of 100 of one person you say should play Sharasta Journey. So that's probably the map they were reference to, I suppose. Most likely, I guess. I don't know. This is a weird thing. I don't know where this Vaxxes even came from, but we disabled the creeper part, so I was happy with that. But yeah, this altogether was a really neat area with this design on like the totemic, shamanic, like thingamajig. And then this bit was also kind of cool. Although I am kind of sad that I fucking died here like the more than I was, just because of my own stupidity, honestly. But yeah, but the whole totem thing was pretty cool all together, having to fall down and having to trust stickers of falling down. Oh, what is this? Oh, yeah, because I did see if you jump down you get pushed back by a piston, but I never saw this. If you're trying to escape its intended fall down the hole, just saying all. What? Okay, I just had a brain fart. If you're trying to escape its intended to fall down the hole, just saying to all those people with really good reflexes and other stuff, like some random people like TJ. I'm honestly surprised you got this. Oh, it's another stick. We didn't get into our collection. Ah. Let's teleport back. Bird statue this way. So maybe it's a different teleport. Also, there's some weird spawners there, I guess. But yeah, but that's all that. But yeah, mob design in here, good. Area design, fantastic. Just all together, pretty good. What the hell is this? Hello? Dude, did we find like the remnants of the black wool? Oh my god, this looks amazing. Okay, hang on. We need to come back to this after we finish with the last area. Hang on a second. Keep in mind it's by red. Okay. So last area, official area, is Hellfire Foundry by Resolve Terror and Rock and Red. Let's go. There. So this area, again, Omega Slime told me that this is his favorite area, and I can see why. This looks fan-fucking-tastic. Just the entire design, how it looks, how it all comes together all into one, how much attention to detail is put. Like, just look at this sign. Such a small detail, but it adds so much to it. Like the big grate at the top that opens to the ceiling, just the entire factory being built like this. It's incredible. It's honestly one of the best looking areas I've seen in a while, but definitely one of the best maps, one of the best areas in this entire map altogether. And I think as much as I love Bootleg and the whole Lovecraft aesthetic and everything along the lines of that, this takes the cake by far, because it's just so well built together. Like, massive hats off to Resolved and Rock and Red and anyone else who helped in this area, because this is a masterpiece of an area. It genuinely is. Everything in it, just how intricate it looks with the piping. There's some couple of diamond blocks I didn't see. Just how intricate everything comes together, how the tunnels go from one another. What the hell is this? We did see this, by the way. I never made much of this, but I did press those buttons but never entered here. Interesting. But yeah, how everything comes together, how intricate everything looks. It's just all fantastic. You can't say anything else. You can't not say that this is one of the best areas in the map, because it just is. It's everything about this is just perfect, I think. The whole aesthetic to it, the factory, the little conveyor belts, the piping going about, just all of it is just phenomenal, honestly. So definitely takes the cake for me, honestly. And then the black wool, the Vault of the Fallen Stars. I wasn't expecting a void area, but this was surprisingly short. I thought for a final area it would be something more of a challenge, because this bit right here, this was nothing pretty much. This was not hard at all, honestly. This section was a bit more harder than the previous section, and this one only having like what, 4 gas spawners, I think. A bit increased explosion range. That was it. This wasn't too difficult. Again, that might not be a good thing, because that might have been what was intended, but still, it's I was expecting something a lot harder. Not saying I didn't enjoy it regardless, but yeah. So yeah, but red, definitely fantastic area altogether. Everything design wise, mobs, aesthetic, everything. Black, not a letdown per se, but I was expecting a bit more of a challenge from the final area of the map. But And what I'm really curious about now is what the hell is this thing? So this is definitely what was written in that sign, saying that we had different plans for black. Your worst nightmare. Night button. Maybe it doesn't work? No, it does. It's a time set. You may want to take a nap here. It's been quite the journey. No, really, you should, or you'll respawn back there. This looks awesome, even though it's in like still build phases and not being completely fully fledged out, I think. Okay, obviously not seeing any loot chest. This is really neat. I wonder if this has the exact same like cave pattern, and this seems like something got built off here of some sorts. There's nothing behind it though. I wonder if this has the exact same shape as the... Okay, jump boost. Does it work? It does. So this is the intended path then, I guess. They have to come to the tree again in the middle. There's more loot around. But yeah, I wonder if... at what point did they think that let's scratch this and then let's do the vault thing instead. I'm curious to see. I might have to ask Omega Slime about that after finishing this recording, I suppose. Now you get up to here and then I guess there's the monument, the corrupted monument. You probably have to go around these little tentacle-ish looking things, I guess. And then you end up like here. And there's more platforming to go. That might be the exit, I guess. And then you go up here. And then... the black wool is where the black is supposed to be. That is neat. And there's even black wool in there. Huh. Interesting. Congratulations, you did it. You deserve this CTM community. Off you go now. Exit to the left. Thank you for playing. Huh. This is very interesting and very cool at the same time. I like this. I mean, honestly, this could have been a neat idea, to be fair. I think. This could have been put together for a proper final area, I think. I'm not saying that the current black is not good, because it's still a neat area for it, and it fits better thematically with the whole reactor of the facility bit. But then maybe it could have been like the black is going to be the corrupted version of the altar, and then red would just be the end of, instead of it being black wool, it would be red wool instead, I guess. That could have been one way of doing it. Now I'm gonna do this here instead of going over to the other save file, and then we'll just go to creative real quick, grab a wither star, if I can find where one is to begin with. Nether star. When you get teleported to the wool anyway, so maybe you can kill it if you choose to do so. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Okay, well, I think that mostly does it. We went over everything. Let's just give a little fly above here, see if we can find something interesting or neat. That's a mention design. It's probably all the sand, I don't know. Otherwise, the spawner is the heart of the creature that lies below the ground. The creature in itself can't be killed, but killing the heart kills its creature. Oh yeah, this is the sandworm, right? Figured it would be because all this random sand being everywhere. It's the sand spawner dude's just messing about. Okay, this is the brown wool place. More stuff here, all the loot. Yeah, this is all the developer stuff left behind, all the loots and all that. This is for... yeah, Thunder River, yep. Yeah, this all seems like ETH. Okay. I'm looking for more weird stuff like that. Anything here? 2 areas, probably the teleporters that would work normally. Everyone is better at making buildings than me, there you go. Not everyone I'm here. Drum step, that is my thoughts, it's looking good. Don't worry, me too. Ah, so this is for the red area. Hey, whenever you get back to this area, I got a name for you. The Foundry. Paradox. What about Forsaken Foundry? Oh, very fine, very fine. What, very fine, very fire? No, that's very fine. This is probably for Pear Cliff, most likely. Oh my god, there's so much stuff here. What is all this? What is even left to do? All the keys. List of areas, monsters. List for other needy areas. Put a small hot chapel in the forest that houses the irreverent cleric. A villager who says pots and says random lore things, maybe. A redundancy of enrolled particles in the wool room to add mystical vibe. Stop when last the key is placed. Still interesting to read after the keys are placed. Something that gives you a did something bad this area vibe should happen when you take the wool, mainly for lore reasons. Yeah. There's gonna need to be an iron as a resource. How? Where? Also coal, maybe charcoal? Previous areas maybe enough. The ore kind of blends with the stone variation. Put traps in the sewer mini dungeon. Netherrack represents monster spawners. Never mind, it snows here. Maybe one time command block that makes the thunder the first time the player enters the area. That's a good idea. The majestic big tick. Love to see that. There's like a little overview of how this looks. Dude, this is neat. I love this kind of stuff. This is very cool. Purple board. Yeah, well, I could spend another like half an hour looking about this and all that. This video has already been going on for quite long, so let me just find back the monument, which is not here. It is back this direction? Question mark? Yeah, and then here. Yeah, I'm just gonna fly back to the monument, say a couple final words, and then end the series for good, I guess, because we really have nothing else to do, honestly. At this point, we've done everything we could. So yeah. But altogether, I gotta say, I am extremely glad that I played this map, because it was a good way of getting back into CTMs, and I'm actually kinda like encouraged now to start working on my own CTM map again, which I haven't done in ages, and I think I started that thing in like 2016. Maybe even 15, I can't remember honestly, to be fair. I wanna see what happens if you place this. It still works. But it says vote the font stars regardless. Okay, interesting. So yeah, but the map was fantastic. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm glad we got it done without 10 deaths and we finished it with 9. It wasn't a hard map, I was just rusty. I did some really dumb stuff, so that's all good in that regard. Map wise, I'd probably give it a solid 9 out of 10, honestly. I don't really have much issue with it, just a couple of nitpicky things here, and the fact that the enchanting wasn't available with the anvils, but again, that's just my nitpicking. It's not really anything major issue with the map. Balance wise, it was all good. Design wise, it was fantastic. Still, the fact that you guys managed to get together 20 plus something people and you managed to put something this fantastic together is just testament to show that you guys are how amazing is the CDM community altogether. So I was glad I was able to play it, and I'm even gladder that I was able to record it, to have some nice English exercise for me, and then just do some fun things while in quarantine. So I'm glad that I was able to do this, and I guess we'll see what the future holds. Next thing being on the list is Untold Stories 7 coming out soon. So until then, hope you guys enjoyed my ramblings of a random Hungarian cynical dickhead, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Right, take care, bye.